I hope that worked because I didn't turn on the microphone until it was literally counting me down to go live. And I can hear you in one ear, but not the other. This is fine. I hope if someone can come on and tell me how the audio sounds, that would be excellent. Why does it sound like that? All right. Someone tell me if they can hear me. This is Thank Me for My Cervix. Yay, I'm glad you're here. Can you hear me? Because I turned on the audio too late. And I'm glad you're here. Okay, sick. Wait, normal. Is normal good? Is normal right? All right. Well, this is Thank Me for My Cervix. And I am your host, Marine Corps veteran Shauna Marie. And this is our Thursday night mental health detox. And this is day 2. So if you're tuning in, great. Thank you for being here. After you're done listening to me talk, go back and listen to episode 1 of this 7-day detox so you can learn a little bit about what we got going on. But for today, this episode, these are going to drive me insane because I can only hear out of one ear. This episode is going to be specifically resources, and this is not military specific at all. There will be situations that I talk about that are. I'm going to see if I'm going to mess with this for a second. Okay, wait. Whatever. Some of these will be military specific, and some of these will be just anyone struggling with mental health. This is options that are available for you. So I have done so much research and digging. I've called so many different people. Some of them were just like, yeah, we absolutely can help. Just if they need help, have them call us. I was like, okay. So I'm going to go ahead, and I have literally pages and pages of notes. You can hear them here, but we're just going to kind of go through it. And if you join and you know anything about mental health resources, that are underutilized or whatever, please tell me. And then at the end of all of this, after all this is done, I am going to share some of the answers that were from my story earlier. If you follow me on Instagram, I had posted about, I'm going to read it because I got a bunch of responses and they're funny. I think it'd be fun to even like try to guess if it was a boy or a girl that sent the response in. But the question was, name something that a man or a woman does that thinks is a turn on but is actually a turn off. And I got some funny answers and some good ones. So we're going to talk about that at the very end. So let's go ahead and jump into, I'm going to share this. Jump into resources. So we're going to go from most extreme. They should all be, well, yeah. No, I'm talking about, oh, yeah. No, something super exciting happened. Someone commented they should all be following your Instagram because I'm live on Instagram. So obviously, right, everyone should be following me on Instagram. That's here. But I actually had 2 separate people follow me on Instagram and said that they saw my YouTube videos and they followed me from there. So that's super exciting because that means my YouTube's getting more traction. And then they even said like they changed stuff around in their profiles for dating apps because of my advice, which I love. I'm so glad. I hope that it helps in some way. And it's super fun. So if you're coming from YouTube, hey, I'm so stoked. That's so awesome. So yeah, that's why I said it like that. But yeah, so my story, we'll talk about those responses in the end. Resources and support. So we're going to start with like the absolute most severe. These are the crisis hotlines. These are like you need help immediately. There is a texting. So if you text 988, apparently you can get text back and forth. I've never had to do this. I don't want to test it out. This seems like something that should only be used if necessary. But if you don't like texting, you can also call 988. And that is a veteran-specific crisis line. It's free. It's confidential. The national... I don't want to get in trouble with Instagram, but the National Suicide Prevention Line is 1-800-273-TALK. And that's for people who don't know what TALK is on the phone, 8255. These are just really important numbers that I think everybody should know. And then I'm going to get into really interesting organizations too as we go. But these are like important hotlines, crisis emergencies. Please call these people. That's what they're there for. I don't know. Like I wish I had the time to even look more up on like statistics of how often people even use those numbers, because I can't imagine trying to get the courage or like find it to call somebody in that moment. So that's why I think there's so many options to hopefully that we can lead people to before it gets to that point. Hold on one second. I'm gonna I just oh no, why can't I share it to my story? It never lets me do that. It's so weird. Okay. Anyway. And then another really important number is for domestic violence, the national hotline for that. And I'm going to also tag all of these, but if you're like, oh, these are numbers that you want to know, they're always 1-800 and then 799-7233 and then 1-800-787-3224. So those are for domestic violence. I know I joined myself. I didn't mean to. I was trying to share the live to my personal, but it's okay. It's only 5 minutes after, so I'm not worried. All right. And then national child abuse. I guess this is for if you see it or want to report it, or if you yourself are a victim of it. It's going to be 1-800-422-4453. So those are the last bits of the phone numbers that I'm going to give. I will, however, comment all of these afterwards, just so that everyone has them. But I'm actually going to go more in depth and talk about the different organizations that I found. There's so many. And then I have a bunch of information that I'm going to go through on my phone that I have. And then we're going to talk about the DMs. So it's going to be super fun. All right. So I actually called this the National Veterans Foundation. They handle like crisis management. They give a bunch of information for the VA. And I will tag that phone number. And it's like a hotline for veterans in need. And they help to guide you in all different directions that you need. So they are like a resource point. They have all the knowledge that they can share for veterans. And I called them and talked to them. They are great people. They're only there to help veterans. And they're very underutilized. So again, that's the National Veterans Foundation. Super great people. I don't want to pronounce his name because I pronounce it wrong, but it's Shadmesad. And he's a very busy man, but I have reached out and hopefully we'll get him on the podcast. But he's a super caring veteran, and he actually is the one that started this organization, and he just wanted to help veterans in need. It's an awesome organization. There is a homeless veterans hotline, which I'm also going to tag. So if you like, homeless veterans is an issue, and if you are someone you know is a veteran in risk of losing their home, there are so many different organizations that will help with that. Please do never accept being homeless, because there's ways. So I'm gonna put that in the tag as well. Okay, this next one I really like, because it's underspoken how much substance abuse is an issue within the military and veteran community. So it is the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Hotline. You can get them in English or Spanish. They work in conjunction with the 988 suicide hotline, but it is specifically for substance and mental abuse needs. QRF. Yeah, quick, what's that? What's that stand for? You have to tell me what it stands for. But I think I'm going to get to that one, the one I talked to you about earlier. So yeah, those are all helplines that I just went over. So the National Veterans Foundation, the Homeless Hotline, and the SAMHSA, which is the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Hotline. That, I feel like either of those is really hard to say, but whatever. Those are all helplines. So that's before you call. So hopefully, if there's the crisis hotlines, that's the step before, is these helplines that prevent us from needing those crisis lines. So there's also, so this is military specific, veteran specific. I'm sure they probably wouldn't turn anyone away. Like family members are like that as well. But these are free clinics. Oh yes. Okay. I'm going to get to that. I have it. I have so much. Seriously, I'm going to get to that. So these are free clinics offered. There is the Soldiers Project, and they all kind of do the same thing. Give an hour and homecoming for vets, but The Soldiers Project offers free treatment, so you don't have to pay. It's types of different treatments that you can get completely for free for veterans. And then Give an Hour is they have like lists of local places that offer mental health free for veterans. And then Homecoming for Vets is lists of clinics all over that offer free 20-minute therapy sessions, evaluations for veterans in need. And that is called Homecoming for Vets. I looked them up. That seems like a lot of good information. It was really great. And I didn't know that existed. So I think that's so great. Because I have had people reach out. They will do active duty military too. Free, confidential. It's a really great option. All right, day 2 notes. Okay. And then there are a bunch of free online communities. So if talking to a therapist, going out is just not for you, there's more. We got more for you. That's fine. I'm going to look at my screenshots too of all the information that I had before I dive into that more. Okay, yeah, because this also talks about the Give an Hour, a nonprofit offering free confidential counseling sessions with licensed therapists. So that's super awesome. Sorry, I was trying to look up more for the online communities. I'll read my terrible handwriting and we'll see what we got. So, Patients Like Me, they're partners with the Iraq and Afghanistan vets to connect and learn from other veterans with similar issues. So, Patients Like Me is just veterans that have struggled about specific events that can reach to other veterans that have struggled with those events. And it's just like a community. So that's what Patients Like Me is. Vets for Warriors is a similar foundation. Missions Reconnect, which I had a hard time actually finding a bunch of information on that. But from what I was reading, it is a group of veterans that tries to bring everyone together. It's listed as a free online community. If you know any information about the Mission Reconnect, please drop it, send me a message, because I was struggling to find information on that, and it seems like something that I would love to share about. So please do that. Okay, next section, animals. Why did I add animals? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But, no, it does matter. It's actually scientifically proven that animals, canines, can relieve symptoms of depression and anxiety. And it's very, very, very commonly found with veterans. Something about the camaraderie, brotherhood, dogs kind of re-give that. So, these are organizations that will give animals to veterans in need. That's America's Vet Dogs, Canines for Warriors. Oh, and then a separate thing is Tragedy Assistance, which is for families of fallen heroes. So it's kind of its own separate thing, but also very useful. Okay. Now I get one that I'm super excited about because I spoke to them today and it seems like a really great organization. This is the QRF. That was what someone commented previously. Most zoos let veterans go in for free, and veterans, that's awesome to know. Yeah, I think I remember that. You can get like passes, like parking passes sometimes too. So most zoos let veterans go in for free, and veterans get national park passes for free as well. So that's something to note if you're an outdoorsy person. Everyone should be an outdoorsy person. Okay, so the next one that I want to talk about is the QRF with IAVA. And I called them today. Super nice people, super great. So I was given permission to share some information. This is for veterans in need. It's a quick react force, a rapid response referral program. I'm sorry, I'm reading. I'm not very good at reading. So, It's basically, I'm going to post and share all this information, but you call them and you'll fill out a response form, and then they can provide you with a bunch of resources and information. And it is 24/7 access. I called at like 7 o'clock tonight and he answered. They have like a caseworker present at all times, and it's for an emergency, but you can also call during their hours. They have regular hours, and I'm also going to call back then tomorrow, because I was talking to, tonight when I called, I was talking to like a caseworker, super great guy who's so nice, and he was like, I love what you're doing, but he said to call back if I want more specific information on what they would provide, so not an emergency situation. So we're going to check back again on that, but I will post the information that I do have, because I did enjoy that. Okay. And this is before we move on to the other topics, this is going to be very specifically, because what we were talking about was for anyone in need, anyone struggling with mental health needs. You can call most of those numbers that I said. These are for military members that feel hopeless and that are scared to reach out. There's so much in place to get the help that you need without any repercussions, without anything. So I'm just going to go through these, and then we're going to have fun with the DM stuff. So these are important. So Military One Source is a free and English, Shauna. Words. You have a podcast. You talk to people. You should be able to say things right. Military One Source. It's free and confidential counseling services. You can get up to 12 sessions completely covered, and it's supposed to be 100% confidential. That's their thing. For my religious folk, you are aware of the chaplain services. There are, like, the military will have mental health people in, what's whoops? Why'd you say whoops? Military mental health professionals, that's listed as an option, and I can understand why that's not on the forefront of people's selections, but it is an option, so it's there. The Veterans Crisis Line, which we talked about, remember that's the 1-800-273-TALK. Give an Hour, which is that nonprofit organization that I talked about earlier. Oh. Okay. And then mental health advocacy organizations, NAMI. I actually read a little bit about that. I probably should research more into that. National Alliance on Mental Illness. So that's not just military, that's everybody in the club. And then Military Mental Health Project. Offer support and resources. Oh, well, did you look at that? Something else I need to look up. Okay. Peer support groups. Hey, welcome. Welcome. My inboxes are always open. Don't call me though. I'm not gonna lie. I won't. I've had people calling me on my hello Shauna Marie. I will not answer. I can promise you. Oh, is that making weird noise now? Please don't do that. But if you were like, Shauna, I'm struggling, my inboxes are open. I will talk to you. Commander's open door policy. Okay. If comfortable, encourage them to speak with their commander. That's where the issue lies, I suppose. But that's listed as an option. So I'm going to read it for you guys. But I don't like that. Wow. I'm actually not a fan of the options that were listed on this. But that's okay. I'm going to read them. And I guess we could talk about that so that we can... that door is not open. I cannot think under any circumstance of any of my leaders where I would be like, I'm going to go talk to my highest person in chain of command because I am not happy. That's not, there's not one person that I felt like I could have done that with when I was in, but it's an option. TRICARE's Behavioral Health Service. Oh, man, wow. I don't like that either, but that's an option, I guess. It's number 9, so I guess there's a few options ahead of it, but I think that the most successful out of all of these is going to be the peer support group, which is listed as 7. How do I want to say that? Okay, I'm just gonna read number 10. The Soldiers Project. Oh, I've subscribed to them, so I get their emails, but provides free confidential psychological treatment for post 9/11 veterans and their families, but also accept active duty referrals. Okay. So yeah, so those were ninja kick to the chest if enlisted people went straight, right? Yes. And I feel like peer groups, I feel like the true growth of mental health while you're still in is so much harder. And I don't even feel like it's thought about as much. It's almost cliche to even think about. I feel like the true awakening of like, wow, I need to take care of my mental health and caring for myself comes after the military and after you're not a part of that organization anymore. Not that it's not a great organization. It's just that mental health is not at the forefront. Yeah, skipping the chain of command, I feel like if you're taught not to skip the chain of command, yes, absolutely. And if it's something trivial or something that can be done at a lower level, absolutely. I get that. But if the person that you feel most comfortable with, quote, like the most open with, talking about your problems happens to be someone that's higher up and not directly in your chain of command, then I don't give a shit. I really don't. If that's the person that you feel like you need to talk to, rank no longer matters, and you talk to whoever the fuck you need to talk to about your mental health. That's my personal, I don't feel like that's ever going to be a common across the board thought process, because there is the chain of command. And I'm not saying that I get the purpose of the chain of command, because there are people who, the more important you get, the more busy you are. And there's going to be stuff that can be held, can be handled at a lower level. But sometimes mental health is not one of those things. And I think that it's important to know that. And what's issue is, I remember, even when I was in, there would be like higher ups being like, if you ever need anything. And just like in my mind being like, there is no chance in hell that is the person I'm going to talk to if I need something. So we're here. So you come on here and you tell me how good you are having it right now. Okay, let's look at these DMs. And for the people that are here, I want you guys to try to guess if it was a boy or a girl that said the answer to these, because I got a whole bunch. How do I go to like all of them? Okay. Sick. One of the first ones I got was breathe. Breathes. I should probably read what the thing was so I posted in my Instagram story, ladies, name something that a man does that thinks is a turn on, that he thinks is a turn on, but is actually a turn off. I'll wait. And then I said, for knowledge purposes only. And then I said, guys, you can tell me something for girls too. And I got both. We got both. No shot in hell, Lance Corporal. No, but I feel like in that scenario too, if a Lance Corporal feels most comfortable with a battalion commander, like there's something severely going wrong in that person's in like the chain of command for that person to feel most comfortable with the top. There should be the brotherhood lower. The peer is. That's why I said I think number 7 is the most important, because peer matters. Because we got each other. And at the end of the day, that's who needs to get each other, is us. Okay, so, yeah, back to the picture. I'm jumping around. I'm sorry. I'm going to read comments and then jump all over the place. You guys aren't new here. You know this. All right. See, I need to stop jumping around because I keep losing my spot. So exists. Do we think that's a boy or a girl? And breathes. Breathes and exists. Name something that a man thinks is a turn on. Breeds. Oh my goodness. Okay. Something that a man or a woman thinks is a turn off. Calling a grown ass woman baby girl. I personally don't like any pet names. And we've talked about this before on... My foot's going numb. What was that noise that just came out of me? Oh, I'm stretching. What was it? Oh, yeah, pet names. We've talked about this before on a couple of the things. Men, if you've never spoken to a girl before, just don't risk pet names. I don't think I know. There's fuzzies. I don't think I know any. Oh, careful, Shauna. Any girls? I know very few girls that are like, oh, I love when someone I don't know calls me baby. Now, if you are a Southern black woman, you can absolutely call me honey or darling. Like, there's no rules on that. That's an honor. There's nothing that warms my heart more, actually. So, that is an exception. Oh, gosh. Wears very skimpy... Oh, sorry. I should probably just keep... Something that people think is a turn on that is actually a turn off. Very skimpy clothes. A nice pair of tight jeans and a flannel is all I need. I can't even comment on that one. I'm gonna allow you guys to go for that. Okay. Long eyelashes. Why is that a turn off? Can someone tell me why that would be a turn off? I feel like my long eyelashes take me from like basic bitch to like, damn girl, you got long eyelashes. Honestly, and I don't do it for men. No, like at no point when I'm putting my eyelashes on am I like, this is gonna make everybody want me so much more. To be fair too, I'm not wearing eyelashes right now. These are natty. These are natty eyelashes. But will I wear obnoxious long eyelashes? Yes. Yes. I will. And I'll do it for me. And I will bat my eyes like the bad bitch I am. Okay. Says hey. Says hey. Something that a band does that says hey. That's funny. That's me. I didn't make that one up either. Like, I know. I know that I don't like hey. That was somebody else. I told y'all. Literally to say anything but hey. There's no reason to just say hey. Okay, I don't wear makeup, so lashes... yeah, exactly. Literally, I feel like all women need is just a little bit of lashes. Everyone's so gorgeous. I'm reading through some of these, because some of them are repeat. But a couple of people said breathe, which I think is hilarious. That hair on your right is pissing you off. What? Hair on my right. Is this my right? Yeah, this is my right. What's wrong with it? I just got a text saying my hair's messed up. Thanks, I think. What's wrong with it? OnlyFans. Here's what I think about someone who thinks that OnlyFans is a turnoff. The women who are doing OnlyFans... the other side. Everything's fine. What was I saying? You made me lose my train of thought. Oh yeah. No, I'm about to go in. If you think OnlyFans is a turnoff, the women doing OnlyFans don't care. Or the men doing OnlyFans don't care. Yeah, I love men that do OnlyFans because they seem just so much more carefree and understanding. Or men who support their girls that do OnlyFans. I love that. We love a supportive person in general. I was going to say supportive man, but supportive people in general. Hold on, there was more. I accidentally said, I'm sorry. If you guys watch and have some funny ones, you should comment them too. But hold on, I'm going to read some out. Whispering, yeah, you like that in their ear at any point. Your eyebrow, forehead. Oh. Leave my hair be, okay? It has its own personality. We don't need to fix it. It does its own thing. I don't even care. So I kind of agree with this, saying, now see, I want to see what people's comments are going to be. Yeah, you like that in their ear. Do we like that or do we not like that? Yeah, you like that. Yeah, you like that. Yeah, you like that. Yeah, you like that. I don't know. How do we feel about that? Yeah, you like that. Yeah, you like that. This is like ASMR now. Oh, men not talking about their feelings. We're fixing that, right? That's what we're here for. Showing off money. Maybe. How is that a turn off? Wait, let me think about this. I guess if that's like, if you're using that, the hair on the right eyebrow is back. Oh. Okay. This is better. What was I saying? Oh, money. I was trying to think of a scenario in which someone flaunting their money would be unattractive. And I guess if it is like a personality factor, like if the best thing that you have to offer is your money, like if you're using that as like that's kind of a turn off. But if you like being spoiled, I disagree with that one. So anyway, that was all the ones that people had commented that weren't repeats. Some people commented the same ones over, but so yeah, that was all I had for today. I was hoping that people would come with more resources because I am so tired from trying to do too much all at once. I apologize about last Tuesday for missing our interview. I had too much going on, but we are starting interviews next week. I have them finally lined up and scheduled, so I'm super stoked about that. And I'm trying to get a few more. I'm in people's DMs. Okay, we're gonna get people on that know more than me. So yeah, thanks for being here. I love you guys so much, and tune in Tuesday for a guest, and then Wednesday is like my day to do nothing. But Thursday, May 30th, we are going to talk about the importance of family and support. Interview me. We are. You're going to be the one after that. You're going to be the 4th of July? Did we plan it like that? Because, oh wait, no, it's going to be the 4th of June. Okay, I'm sorry about that. It's the 4th of June. That's the next month, June. So, yeah, I can't wait to see you guys then. I love you so much. Thank you for being here as always. I love you guys so much. Bye.